Hiya, I'm Tommy Sheridan, and like 45% of Scots, I was an independence campaigner, somebody who believed that it was time for Scotland to be an independent nation, to stand on our own 2 feet, and to actually try and introduce a better form of living for ordinary people, so that we actually invested in people and pensioners instead of bombs and big companies. We were disappointed last year after the referendum on 18th of September. I'm sure, like you, we all cried together. But we've got to pick ourselves up. You see, the mark of an individual, as the great Muhammad Ali used to always say, it wasn't the amount of times you get knocked down in your life, but the amount of times you were able to pick yourself back up and get into the fight. And we have got an opportunity now here in Scotland to get right back into the fight. And that's why I'm hoping that when you watch this, you will decide afterwards that on April the 4th, if you can, you'll get to Strathclyde Park. On April 25th, if you can, you'll get to George Square, or as I like to call it now, Freedom Square in Glasgow, to join the Hope Over Fear Rallies that are designed to try and promote a tactical voting campaign for the May 7th general election. Many of you watching this will possibly not be people who use your vote because you think, oh well, they're all tweedledum tweedledee, what's the use of voting, never changes anything anyway, they all say the same things, they all stand for the same things. Fair enough, I'm not going to argue with you over that, because sadly sometimes it's true. Some of you might be thinking, oh no, it's a general election, Westminster election, I'm going to vote Labour, I vote SNP or other parties at Scottish elections, but I vote Labour at the general election. Well, I'm going to appeal to you here and now to put all of that aside, to put aside your suspicions maybe about the SNP as a political party. I'm a socialist. I normally stand in elections on a socialist platform or support socialist candidates. But do you know what? May the 7th is going to be a unique opportunity. Perhaps a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm 51 nearly, and never in my lifetime has the SNP been potentially able to win a general election. Think about this. If we could get everyone of a yes persuasion, everyone who believes in their heart of hearts that Scotland should be an independent nation, if we could get everyone who believes in yes to set aside their differences for a day and lend the SNP your vote on May the 7th, we collectively could defeat not just the blue Tories, we do that already for goodness sakes, as we've said before, there's more pandas in Scotland than there is elected Tories. But we could get rid of the yellow Tories, and more importantly of all, we could get rid of the red Tories. The new Labour Party that lined up with the Tories and the millionaires and the billionaires to try and belittle Scotland, to try and frighten Scotland, to try and bully us into staying in an unequal union with an economic system that's designed to rip off the poor for the benefit of the rich. A Labour Party that tells us if we vote Labour, they'll be even tougher on benefits than the Tories. Is that what Labour's reduced itself to now? Another party of the rich? Why do we need another party of the rich? We've already got the Tories, we've already got the Liberals. Labour's supposed to be a party for ordinary people. They've abandoned that ground completely. That's why Hope Over Fear is organising the event on April 4th in Strathclyde Park, April 25th in Freedom Square in Glasgow, to try and draw thousands of ordinary people together to say loud and clear, for this one opportunity on May the 7th, we're asking you to give your vote to the SNP wherever you stay in order to win a majority of the 59 seats that Scotland returns to Westminster. If we can do that, and by the way, all the opinion polls now are showing that it's possible. It's within our grasp. If we could win Scotland for the SNP, then we are putting independence back on the political agenda, back on the priority list as far as politics is concerned. We have got the chance here, folks, to shake up the British establishment. We have got the chance to change Scotland forever, because if we can secure a majority of SNP MPs committed to anti-austerity policies, committed to a new referendum, then we can secure Scotland's freedom. That's why we would ask you, vote SNP on the 7th of May.